Dear friend, have you ever felt lost, searching for the right path in life? What if I told you there is no fixed path to truth or enlightenment? The journey isn't about finding the perfect map, it's about letting go of the need for one. Intriguing, isn't it? Welcome to the Motivation Zone at Freedom, where we uncover profound ideas to inspire your journey. Today, we'll dive into the concept of the Pathless Path, a timeless teaching that challenges the way we think about truth and enlightenment. Together, we'll explore how this connects with Buddha's profound wisdom and discover what it truly means to let go and live fully in the present moment. So, dear friend, let's begin this journey of discovery. Dear friends, I will tell you a story now. Once upon a time, in a quiet monastery nestled high in the mountains, a young student approached his wise master with a burning question. He had been studying diligently, poring over scriptures and practicing meditation, yet he still felt lost. One day, unable to contain his curiosity any longer, he asked the master, "Where is the path to truth?" The master, sitting calmly under a sprawling tree, closed his eyes and smiled. For a moment, the student thought the master hadn't heard him. But then, in a soft and deliberate voice, the master said, "There's no path. Truth is a pathless land." The student was taken aback. "No path?" he asked, puzzled. How could there be no path? Every teaching he had ever encountered spoke of rules, steps, and methods. He had imagined truth as a destination, something to be reached if he worked hard enough or followed the right instructions. The master, seeing the confusion on the student's face, gently added, "The truth you seek is not something you can walk toward. It is not a distant mountain to climb or a treasure waiting to be uncovered. Truth is already here, closer than you think. But as long as you keep searching for it elsewhere, you will never see it." The student sat quietly, reflecting on the master's words. Slowly, he began to understand. The master wasn't dismissing his question, but offering him something far more valuable, a deeper perspective. The lesson was clear: truth cannot be confined to a map or a set of instructions. It is not something external to be sought. It is something to be realized within oneself. This story teaches us that the journey to truth is not about following someone else's path. It's about letting go of the need for external validation, doctrines, or rigid practices. Truth is a living experience, unfolding in the present moment. As Buddha once said, "Be a lamp unto yourself." Each of us must illuminate our own way, trusting the wisdom that comes from within. Dear friend, perhaps the pathless path is not about where you're going, but about discovering that you've been home all along. What do you think? Let's walk this pathless journey together.
Dear friend, let's take a moment to reflect on a question. Have you ever felt like truth or enlightenment was a distant goal, something to be earned after years of searching or following specific rules? Many of us believe that truth is a destination, like climbing a mountain or finding a hidden treasure. We imagine that if we walk the right path or adopt the right practices, we'll eventually arrive at this perfect state of understanding. But this is the illusion of paths. People often think that rigid doctrines, rituals, or external methods will lead them to truth. They cling to these as if they were roadmaps, trusting that if they follow each step perfectly, they'll uncover life's ultimate meaning. Others place their hopes in the future, believing that truth will appear once they've achieved a certain milestone or overcome their challenges. But in doing so, they miss what's already present. These as if they were roadmap. Dear friend, these misconceptions keep us locked in a cycle of seeking and never finding. Truth is not something we can acquire or grasp in the future. It's not hidden in a distant place or dependent on someone else's teachings. The more we chase it outwardly, the further away it seems. But what if the truth is already here, waiting to be recognized? What if it's not about searching but about seeing? The Pathless Path reminds us that truth is not a destination, it's an awakening to the reality of this very moment. Let's explore this together, dear friend. Dear friend, let us now turn to the profound wisdom of the Buddha, who spoke of truth as something deeply personal and experiential. One of his most timeless teachings was this: be a lamp unto yourself. With these words, Buddha reminded us that the journey to truth cannot be walked by following someone else's footsteps. It is not found in blind imitation or reliance on external guides. Instead, each of us must become our own source of light, illuminating the path through mindfulness and self-awareness. The Buddha's own life reflected this principle. He didn't find enlightenment by clinging to extreme practices or rigid doctrines. Instead, he discovered what he called the middle way, a path of balance and insight. This approach avoids the extremes of self-indulgence and self-denial, offering a way to see things as they truly are, free from the distortions of craving or aversion. The middle way teaches us that truth is neither in the excess nor in the void but in the clarity of the present moment. Dear friend, what makes Buddha's perspective so powerful is its emphasis on direct experience. Truth is not a conceptual belief to be debated or memorized, it is something to be felt and lived. Buddha taught that we must observe our own minds, our thoughts, and our actions with awareness, understanding the nature of reality through personal insight. No teacher, scripture, or method can replace the understanding that arises when we look within and truly see. So, let us remember, dear friend, that truth lies beyond boundaries, beyond rigid paths or borrowed knowledge. It is a living reality, waiting to be experienced by those who dare to be their own light. As we walk this journey together, let us embrace the freedom that comes with knowing the truth is already within us.
Dear friend, imagine someone holding a detailed map wandering through a dense forest. The map is supposed to guide them, yet they find themselves more lost than ever. Frustrated, they clutch the map tighter, convinced that the answers lie within its markings. But what if, instead of clinging to the map, they let it go and simply began walking, observing the forest, and trusting their intuition? This scenario mirrors our spiritual journey. Many of us hold tightly to specific practices, beliefs, or systems, thinking they alone will lead us to enlightenment. While these methods can offer guidance, they often become obstacles when we cling to them as the only truth. Zen and Buddhist wisdom teach us that attachment to methods is like holding on to the raft after crossing the river. It serves no purpose once its job is done. The Buddha introduced the concept of upaya, or skillful means, to remind us of this truth. Spiritual practices are tools designed to help us navigate life's challenges and gain insight, but they are not the end goal. They are meant to guide us to the point where we can stand on our own, free from dependency. Holding on too tightly to rituals, teachings, or beliefs can blind us to the very truth they are meant to reveal. Dear friend, letting go of attachment doesn't mean abandoning the practices that resonate with us. Instead, it means using them wisely, with awareness, and releasing them when they no longer serve us. The Pathless Path is not about mastering techniques. It's about walking freely, open to the wisdom that arises from within. Sometimes the greatest clarity comes when we stop searching for the right way and simply trust the journey. Dear friend, picture someone sitting quietly in meditation, their eyes closed, their breath steady. Around them, the world may be noisy and chaotic, but within, they find a profound sense of peace. This is the essence of truth as an inner journey turning inward to discover the stillness and clarity that resides in all of us. Both Zen and Buddhist teachings emphasize the power of mindfulness and self-awareness in this journey. They guide us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and experiences without judgment, like watching clouds drift across the sky. This practice helps us understand that truth is not an external object to be sought, but a reality already present within us, waiting to be recognized. When we stop identifying with our thoughts and feelings, we begin to see their transient nature. In this space of quiet observation, we touch the deeper truth of who we are, beyond the noise of the mind, beyond the illusions of the world. The inner journey, dear friend, is not about going somewhere, but about awakening to the here and now where truth has always been. The Buddha once said, "The past is gone, the future is not here, only the present moment is real." These words remind us of the fleeting nature of time and the profound power of now. So often, we live in the shadow of our past regrets or the pull of future worries, forgetting that life unfolds only in this moment. Mindfulness anchors us to this pathless path, guiding us to directly experience life as it is, without the need for labels or constructs. It invites us to embrace each moment fully, to witness its beauty and impermanence without clinging or resisting. Dear friend, let us take this as an invitation to stop searching for something more. The present moment contains all the truth we need. By paying attention to the now, whether it's the sensation of your breath, the sound of the wind, or the stillness of your mind, you begin to realize that truth is not out there. It is here, within you, always available. So let us let go of chasing after the past or the future. Let us walk this pathless path together, dear friend, finding the truth in each breath, each moment, each step. The journey begins not tomorrow or yesterday, but right here, right now. Dear friend, imagine a winding road that gradually fades into open air, no longer defined by boundaries or fixed directions. This symbolizes the infinite potential of the pathless path. Truth is not about where you're going or what you hope to achieve. It's about being fully alive, awake, and present in the here and now. The pathless path is an invitation to stop searching outwardly for meaning and start exploring inwardly. It asks us to let go of the belief that truth lies in a distant future or hidden behind layers of complexity. Instead, it encourages us to recognize that the journey is not about finding something external, but about realizing that everything we need is already within us. As we embrace this perspective, dear friend, we understand that truth is not a goal to be reached, but a way of being free, open, and aligned with the present moment. The beauty of the pathless path lies in its simplicity. It's not about walking a road, but about awakening to the reality that you are the road. In both Zen and Buddhist teachings, dear friend, the message is clear. Truth is not about the destination or even the journey itself. It's about awakening to what has always been present within you. By embracing this understanding, we find freedom from the constant search for something more and begin to live fully in the now. So, how do you interpret the pathless path? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comments below, and let's continue exploring this profound journey together. Thank you for being here, dear friend, on the Motivation Zone at Freedom. Until next time, stay present, stay mindful, and stay free.